Ever feel like cars just aren't built to last anymore? Like they give up right around the time you finish paying them off? Well, not these. Today, we're diving into a group of budget SUVs that don't just go the distance, they go the marathon. I'm talking 300,000 miles and still kicking without draining your wallet in repairs. These are the kind of vehicles that old school mechanics respect and long-haul owners swear by. Whether you're retired and road tripping or just want one vehicle you can trust for the next decade, stick around because one of these might just be the last SUV you'll ever need to buy. Let's kick things off with a true workhorse, the Toyota 4Runner, especially the models from 2010 to 2019. This SUV is like the cast iron skillet of the car world, rugged, low maintenance, and built to outlive just about anything. Under the hood, you get a 4-liter V6 that doesn't try to be fancy, it just works. Owners regularly report cruising past 250,000 miles with nothing more than routine oil changes, and some even break the 300,000 mark without a rebuild. Fuel economy sits around 17 to 21 miles per gallon, which isn't stellar, but the trade-off is a powertrain that simply refuses to quit. The interior is straightforward and functional, with easy-to-read gauges and firm seats that actually hold up over time. And resale? Still strong, even after 10 years on the road. As one owner said on a forum, "I'll sell my 4Runner when they pry the keys from my cold, oil-free hands. Prices for well-kept models usually fall between $18,000 and $27,000. Not cheap, but that's the price of near indestructibility. If the 4Runner felt like a trusty old toolbox that never breaks, the next SUV is more like your favorite Swiss Army knife. Versatile, efficient, and just as dependable." Meet the Honda CR-V, particularly the 2012 to 2016 models. This one's a favorite for folks who want a no-drama daily driver that just keeps going. The 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine is known for its quiet reliability, and it's not unusual to see these cross the 300,000-mile mark with nothing more than fluid changes and the occasional brake job. Fuel economy is where it shines. Expect up to 27 miles per gallon in the city and 34 on the highway, numbers that used to be hybrid territory. Inside, it's surprisingly roomy, with low floors and wide doors that make getting in and out a breeze, especially for older drivers or anyone hauling grandkids. And because it's a Honda, parts are cheap and mechanics know them inside and out. Used prices for this generation typically range from $11,000 to $18,000, making it one of the most budget-friendly long haulers out there. One retired couple put it best: "We've driven ours across the country 3 times. It's not flashy, but it's never let us down." If you liked that balance of practicality and longevity, wait till you see this next one. It's the underdog that's quietly outlasting the competition. Here comes the quiet overachiever, the Mazda CX-5, especially the 2014 to 2019 range. Now, Mazda might not be the first name that pops into your head when you think of 300,000 miles, but don't let that fool you. This SUV combines Japanese engineering with a bit of driving soul, all while being surprisingly reliable. The 2.5-liter Skyactiv engine is a gem, efficient, responsive, and built with durability in mind. With regular maintenance, it's not unusual to see these models cruising well past 250,000 miles, and more owners are now hitting that 300,000 milestone without major issues. It gets up to 31 miles per gallon on the highway, and the interior? Easily the nicest in its price class. Think soft-touch materials, clean lines, and supportive seats that don't feel like budget furniture. Prices on the used market range from $12,000 to $22,000, depending on trim and mileage. One longtime owner summed it up perfectly: "It's the only car I've owned that makes me smile at 200,000 miles. Think that's impressive? The next SUV takes reliability to a whole new level, and you might be surprised which badge it wears. Say hello to the Ford Escape, specifically from 2012 to 2019 with the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter engine. Now, let's be clear, not every Escape is a long-haul hero. The trick is avoiding the turbo engines and sticking with the base model. That's where the real magic happens. That 2.5-liter powertrain is a proven unit, often co-developed with Mazda, and it's known to quietly hit 250,000 miles or more with basic maintenance. Owners love its no-fuss approach: decent power, smooth ride, and parts that are cheap and easy to find. It won't win any awards for flash, but the cargo space is solid, the seats are comfortable for long drives, and the tech, especially on later trims, is surprisingly usable. Expect fuel economy in the 22 to 28 miles per gallon range and used prices that hover between $9,000 and $16,000. One owner on a high-mileage forum put it best: "It's the most forgettable SUV I've ever loved. It just runs." Still watching on your television? Hit like, tap subscribe, and tell us in the comments what city you're watching from. We'd love to know. But don't go anywhere yet, because the next pick might just be the most unkillable budget SUV on the road today. Let's talk about the Suzuki Grand Vitara, especially from the 2006 to 2013 range. Now, Suzuki may have left the US market, but the Grand Vitara didn't leave quietly. It stuck around in driveways, still running strong well into the 200 and 300,000 mile territory. This compact SUV was built with an old-school body-on-frame feel and a simple 2.4-liter engine that's refreshingly easy to maintain. No turbos, no gimmicks, just a solid setup that mechanics actually like working on. It's also one of the few small SUVs from its era with true four-wheel drive capability and a locking center differential, which makes it a sleeper hit for folks who live in snow country or occasionally hit the dirt roads. Fuel economy lands around 20 to 25 miles per gallon, and while the interior is basic, it holds up surprisingly well over time. Best part? You can still find clean examples for as little as $5,000 to $9,000. As one owner put it, "It's not fancy, but it's a tank in disguise." And if you think that's a good deal, wait until you see what's coming next. An SUV that proves luxury and longevity can go hand in hand. Say hello to the Acura MDX, particularly the 2010 to 2013 models. Acura is Honda's luxury arm, which means you're essentially getting all that Honda reliability just with a much nicer suit. The 3.7-liter V6 under the hood is smooth, powerful, and known for going the distance, with many owners reporting well over 250,000 miles and counting. Yes, maintenance can cost a bit more than a base Honda, but the payoff is a cabin that feels high-end without the constant headache of German electronics. You get real leather, quality wood trim, and one of the most comfortable rides in this class. Fuel economy floats around 18 to 23 miles per gallon, but the AWD system makes it a year-round warrior in any weather. Used prices? You're looking at somewhere between $8,000 and $15,000, depending on condition. One longtime owner said it best, "I bought mine used at 120,000 miles. It's now at 260 and still feels tight as a drum." Let's keep it rolling with another unsung hero that earns its place through sheer stubborn reliability. Enter the Hyundai Tucson, especially from the 2010 to 2015 generation. Now, before you raise an eyebrow, hear this. Hyundai made massive strides in build quality during this period, and the Tucson quietly became one of the most dependable compact SUVs on the used market. The 2.0 and 2.4-liter engines, when properly maintained, have proven themselves capable of pushing well beyond 250,000 miles, with more and more owners now creeping toward that magic 300,000 mark. It's got a simple, chain-driven engine design, decent cabin space, and a suspension that soaks up bumps better than you'd expect at this price point. The styling doesn't scream "look at me," but it holds up, and the interior, while no frills, wears well over time. Fuel economy lands in the 23 to 28 miles per gallon range, and used prices today often sit between $7,000 and $13,000. One Tucson owner put it perfectly. "It's not exciting, but it's loyal, like a golden retriever on four wheels." Ready for one more? Because up next is a true mileage monster that proves age doesn't mean retirement, not for this SUV. Let's talk about the Chevrolet TrailBlazer, particularly the 2002 to 2009 models. This SUV was built during a time when GM prioritized durability over dazzle, and it shows. Under the hood, you'll find the legendary 4.2-liter inline-six engine, a power plant so overbuilt it became a bit of a cult favorite among high-mileage drivers. It's not uncommon to see these hit 300,000 miles with just basic upkeep, oil changes, brakes, and maybe a water pump or two. The ride is truck-like in a good way, with a solid chassis that handles rough roads and snow with confidence. It's got real towing capability too, which makes it a great option if you need to haul a trailer or a boat now and then. The cabin's a bit dated by today's standards, but it's roomy, easy to work on, and replacement parts are everywhere, and cheap. Fuel economy is more modest at around 15 to 20 miles per gallon, but the trade-off is a powertrain that just refuses to quit. You can still find solid examples for $5,000 to $8,000. As one owner famously said, "It's ugly, it's loud, but it's the best thing I ever bought." Stick around, because our next will pick that might just outlast them all. Meet the Subaru Forester, especially the 2009 to 2013 models with the non-turbo 2.5-liter engine. This generation of Forester might not turn heads, but it absolutely wins hearts and outlasts expectations. The naturally aspirated flat-four engine is simple, time-tested, and known to break the quarter-million-mile barrier with grace. Just keep an eye on oil levels and timing belt intervals, and this thing will reward you with years of dependable service. It's got Subaru's signature symmetrical all-wheel drive, which makes it a favorite for folks in snowy states, and the high ride height paired with a low step-in makes it super comfortable for older drivers or families juggling car seats and cargo. Interior materials are modest but practical, and the visibility is among the best in any SUV ever. Used models now go for around $6,000 to $12,000, depending on mileage and condition. One owner on a forum said it best, "My Forester is like a good pair of boots, not flashy, but always ready for the job." And next SUV on our list proves that you don't need a flashy badge to get legendary dependability. Say hello to the Kia Sorento, especially from 2011 to 2015 with the base 2.4-liter engine. Now, most people think of Kia as the budget option, but what they miss is just how solid this generation of the Sorento turned out to be. Built during Kia's big quality turnaround, this SUV shares a lot of DNA with Hyundai, but adds a bit more cargo space and a tougher, more SUV-like ride. The naturally aspirated engine isn't fast, but it's sturdy, and with regular maintenance, it's been known to sail past 250,000 miles without major issues. The cabin is comfortable and well laid out, with supportive seats, easy-to-use controls, and even some surprising tech features like Bluetooth and backup cameras on higher trims. Fuel economy lands around 21 to 28 miles per gallon, and you'll often find used models in great shape for just $7,000 to $12,000. One longtime owner put it this way, "It may not wow you, but it never lets you down, and that's exactly what I wanted." Up next, we've got a final pick that combines quirky charm with bulletproof reliability. Don't go anywhere. The Scion XB, especially from 2008 to 2015, might not look like your typical SUV, but it deserves a spot on this list. Technically more of a compact crossover, the XB offers SUV-like space, a rock-solid powertrain, and a cult following of drivers who regularly pass the 300,000-mile mark. Powered by Toyota's 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine, the same one used in the Camry and RAV4, it's built for the long haul. Simple design, no turbos, no CVT, just reliable, low-maintenance motoring. The boxy shape gives it exceptional headroom and cargo space, while the low floor makes it easy to load groceries, pets, or luggage without breaking your back. Fuel economy hovers around 22 to 28 miles per gallon, and parts dirt cheap thanks to Toyota's widespread compatibility. Best of all, you can find clean examples today for as little as $5,000 to $9,000. One loyal driver put it this way, "It's the ugliest car I've ever loved and the only one that's never left me stranded." It's easy to think you need a brand new SUV to get reliability, but as you've seen today, that's just not the case. These high-mileage champs have proven that with the right build and a little care, you can drive for years, even decades, without breaking the bank. Whether you lean toward the comfort of a Honda, the rugged soul of a 4Runner, or the quirky charm of a Scion, the point is this, value and durability do go hand in hand if you know where to look. Now we want to hear from you. Which one of these would you bet on to hit 300,000 miles? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like if you learned something new, and if you're watching from your television, grab your phone and hit that subscribe so you stay ahead of the game. We've got more no-nonsense car picks coming your way, so stay tuned and stay smart out there.